blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. We got to keep in mind that QPP Podcast is a global show. And today, on this episode of Breaking News, we'll be discussing NYC Swovid Czar brags in secret recordings about Diddy drug-filled sex parties mid-swandemic. I had to be sneaky. Got the recording. Yeah, he said it. It's on the record. P was having the Diddy style parties, P, while we was all on lockdown, fam. He admitted it. He like, yo, I just wanted to be able to go out and be a freaky deek. All I want. And I made it uncomfortable for anybody that didn't want to get swaccinated. That's what he said. This is breaking news. But see, y'all want to just talk about Diddy. Everybody having the freak offs in New York. This was on your tax dollars. On your tax dollars. He having the freaky deaky sessions. New York City's former czar was caught on hidden camera boasting about having Diddy-style drug-filled sex parties mid-swandemic and admitting New Yorkers would have been pissed if they had found out at the time. Hold on, you ain't still pissed that cuz was having the Diddy-style parties, P? See, this is what's wrong with you black people. That's why we have the new black media, fam. You sitting here dragging Diddy all through the dust and cuz over here having the shindigs, P, the same parties, probably was there, fam. He just told you he was having them. Cuz said he had all the Molly, all the Ecstacy. That's what he said. I'm gonna play the video for y'all. This Buster's name is Dr. J. Varma. Jayvarma, who served as senior health advisor to the then Mayor Bill DeBlasio. Listen, is he the czar or wasn't he the czar? He was the czar and the senior health advisor. See how they start mixing it up? Look over here. No, look over there. I didn't say that. I might have said it. I could have said it. Maybe I did say it. Hey, be one to the family in the chat. Tap in. I see all y'all look-a-hooing. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like, hit the comment, all that old good stuff to make sure you're supporting the situation. And don't be supporting that old fake Keep It P podcast that's out there. This is breaking news, y'all. This is breaking news. My man, Dr. J. Varma, the New York City czar, was having freak-offs. He was tasked with running the Big Apple's swandemic response, made the confession in the secretly recorded conversations with a so-called undercover operative from conservative podcaster Steven Crowder's Mug Club. See how they try to diss the information like, oh, where'd it come from? Did he say it or didn't he? Was it him on the tape or wasn't it? Did words come out his mouth or not? I don't care if cuz was from the KKK, cuz. That don't mean the information ain't real. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Fam said it. I seen the video. You will see the video. I had to be kind of sneaky about it, he continued, because I was running the entire Swovid response in the city. Varma was filmed telling the unidentified woman on August 1st in what appears to be a restaurant. The edited clips of the hidden camera footage, which were all recorded between July 27th and August 14th in New York, were released by Crowder on Thursday. The Post has not revealed the full unedited recordings. The identity of the woman Varma was speaking to or where he met up with her wasn't clear. The nature of the relationship also wasn't clear. Varma, who no longer works for City Hall, admitted to the Post that he participated in 2 private gatherings between April 2020 and May 2021, but insisted the secretly recorded conversations have been taken out of context. Hold on, I heard him. You gonna hear him too. Fam was having sex-filled, deviant, Diddy-style parties, and here y'all just, oh, look at Diddy. Diddy, what? He got lube. Did you know he got all that lube? Look at all the dildos he got. Since when is you worried about where a man sticking his whoopties at? What are y'all talking about? You sound like a bussy nation. That's why, see, acting like this is why y'all got the pride flag all up on the White House. Now, I don't got a problem with nobody who's bussy. The problem is a flag represents a nation. So what are you, the bussy nation? Get out of here. It continues. One clip recorded on August 14th, Varma was filmed acknowledging it would have been a real embarrassment for the city if he had been busted at the non-socially distanced parties, despite saying there was no gathering restrictions at the time. So not only is he have busting down the Diddy style, freakazoid, deviant, Molly with ecstasy parties, he's doing it all while he's telling y'all to stay home, in the social distance, and to wear a mask. Hold on, am I tripping? How come y'all should be sharing this? Y'all should be sharing this all over. Where's the memes? He was spending y'all money. He was having freakazoids. He bought Molly with the taxpayers' money. He just said it. It continues. It continues. We went to some like underground dance party. What you talking about? They just little private gatherings, and it's being taken out of context. It was just small and it's out of context. I know I told y'all to go home and to mask up and to don't come out in the social distance all while I was freakazoiding. We went to some underground dance party underneath a bank on Wall Street. I mean, come on now, fam. Y'all really on Diddy's heels, worried about another grown man's nutsack, but here we go, he on the taxpayer's dime, all while he's lying to you to stay home. These are your politicians. These are your appointed officials right here, playing in your face. We were on Wall Street. Huh? I told you, one bird, two wings, Democrats and Republicans. Well, same bird. They kick it together. You think there was no Republicans at the party, or there was no Democrat. This was a Democrat party only. Shut up. So they're on Wall Street. They're at the underground dance party. It's underneath a bank on Wall Street. We were all rolling. Do you know what rolling means? He's going to explain it to you. We're all taking Molly, MDMA, and everybody's high. This is what he said. And I was so happy because I hadn't done that in like a year and a half. Like he was just so long ago, the last time he got dusted out his mind on the taxpayer's dime. He said that in a clip. But I was looking about being like, F it. I wonder if anybody sees me. They're going to be pissed because this was not Swovid friendly, he added. The only way I could do this job for the city was if I had some way to blow off steam every now and then, he said, according to the video. Well, I had to stay at home like everybody else. But what you want me to do? I got all the stress on my man. I got to blow off some steam and break all the rules that I put in place for everybody and have deadly freakazoids. All while the whole black community is shunning Diddy while this dude is freakazoid nasty. We're rolling. We're on MDMA. I ain't been this chopped in a long time on the taxpayer's dime. We're doing lines. What are you talking about? I also copped to hold on. Here he goes. I also copped to renting a hotel room in the summer of 2020 with his wife and friends. My wife and I had one with our friends in August of like that first summer. So we rented a hotel. We all took like, Molly, MDMA, and like it was like 8 or 9 or us, 8 to 10 of us. Hold on, man. This is how they're writing, just so you know. We're in a room and everybody had a blast because everybody was like so pent up, he said in a clip dated August 1st. At one point, Varma also bragged about his city hall role, how he was involved in televised SWOVID briefings and was among those to convince DeBlasio to enforce a vaccine mandate. I did all this deviant, like sexual stuff while I was like, like on TV and stuff. People were like, aren't you afraid? Aren't you embarrassed? And I was like, no, actually, I'm like, I love being my authentic self. He was filmed saying in a July 27th clip. Y'all ain't outraged? This is how they're typing it. All the likes, and that's not me. That's actually in the print. This is what he's saying. Varma, in a statement, acknowledged, I take responsibility for not using the best judgment at the time and spending the taxpayer's dime, getting in the behind. He had scrippers. He said the one with his wife, one without, underground, under the bank on Wall Street. Huh? What kind of party is that? Is it Illuminati party? I don't know, elite, Rothschild, I don't know, Rockefellers type of party. What party is that underneath the bank on Wall Street? Are you not outraged? I don't see how everybody's not sharing this. I don't see. I don't see how everybody's not tapping into this. Now, if it was Diddy, you'd be all over this. It continues. But he also slammed the recording, saying he had been targeted by an operative from an extreme right-wing organization determined to malign public health officials and take down the public health system in America. So that's what made you have the freakazoid parties, the Diddy sex-filled deviant parties. That's what made you have those. Huh? Because they were targeting you. That's what made you have those parties. In those private conversations that were secretly recorded, spliced, diced, and taken out of context, but you did have the parties. You said, so you didn't save the stuff? Are you saying it was AI? Are you calling the videos deep fake, sir? Is that what you're saying, sir? I refer to events that transpired 4 years ago. So what? What are you talking about? While everybody else was by law mandated to be at the crib, you was out having freakazoid, Diddy style freak sessions. This is what you was doing. The ex-DeBlasio official went on to say he stood by the advice he gave to New Yorkers at the time. All while you didn't. Do you see that? You see how he don't even make sense? I stand by what I had shared at the time. I was breaking the rules, though. I didn't care. He said, this is a quote, facing the greatest public health crisis in a century, our top priority was to save lives, and every decision made was based on the best available science to keep New Yorkers safe. But you didn't listen to it, he said. I stand by my efforts to get New Yorkers vaccinated against UNID, and I reject dangerous extremist efforts to undermine the public's confidence in the need for and effectiveness of vaccines. But you didn't do it, though. This is a lot of blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the good stuff. Here we go. Now, last time, I played one of these. Obviously, YouTube, you didn't get it. I'm playing this for educational purposes. If you want to say parody, if you'd like to say comedy, whatever you want to say, to not try to hate on the message. Because the dude did say it. It's not like I'm making it up. I don't understand why y'all try to mute parts of it and we gonna mute this part of it. We don't want to play that part. So here goes my guy right here. Fair you.
I actually was the one who convinced the mayor to make it a mandate.
Like New York City found out that you were having sex parties during COVID?
Yeah, it would have been a big deal. Yeah, it would have been real embarrassing. We went to some like underground like dance party like underneath a bank in Wall Street. And we were all rolling, we were all taking Molly, and everyone was high. And I was so happy because I hadn't done that in like a year and a half, like a year or whatever. And but I was looking around being like, I wonder if he sees me because this was not COVID friendly. The only way I could do this job for the city was if I had some way to blow off steam every now and then. I was thinking about it because hotels didn't want people gathering there. Because I was like running the entire COVID response of the city. My wife and I like had one with our friends, like in August of like that first summer. So we rented a hotel and it was fun. We all like took like, you know, Molly and it was like 8 or 9 of us and 8 to 10 of us in a room and everybody had a blast because everybody was like so pent up because it had been like everybody was just like stuck together and stuff like that. Yeah. And sometimes it isn't so much about like executive. Some of it's just something about like bodies being close to each other, right? Just being like naked with friends.
Was that like when everyone was like locked out?
It was like the summer of 2020. So like walk around the streets and you could eat outdoors.
Did you have like any mandates in place?
There wasn't any restrictions on gathering. Like you could technically gather people. The hotels didn't want us to have parties, but they weren't gonna like.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
They weren't gonna enforce the rules on you.
Deviant, like sexual stuff. While I was like, you know, like on TV and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And people are like, aren't you afraid? Aren't you embarrassed? And I was like, no, actually, I'm like really like I love being my authentic self. So the way we do it in public health is we make it very uncomfortable to be unvaccinated. I don't expect
Did
you
you
to
see that?
change your behavior. I'm just gonna make it really hard for you to do your job. You can't get a job. You can't go to a restaurant. Kid can't go to school. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna get vaccinated.
So was it technically like kind of forcing you?
Yeah, that's what you force people by making it really uncomfortable.
He forced you to take the whoop by making it uncomfortable. Did you out your own? I can't say all that part, so that's why I let him say it out his own mouth. Woo! And y'all worried about Diddy. You're worried about what somebody's doing in their boudoir when you know some of y'all is nasty as all get out. So stop playing with yourself. Stop acting like you ain't nasty out here and you're worried about where somebody's sticking their penile at. But you ain't worried about the one who was lying to you, forcing you to get swaccinated all while he wasn't out partying. Real sexual deviant stuff. You heard what the man said. You heard and he said it was taken out of context. How do you take that out of context? How do you take that you was having freakazoid parties, that you was getting Diddy style nasty on the taxpayers' dime? How is that out of context? How's that he said chopped, sliced, and diced and trying to be slick. I smell, and I ain't gonna lie to you, a little bussy in them. I feel good being my authentic self. Huh? What y'all more worried about is Diddy gay? This a whole bussy official having sex. He set out his own mouth. Deviant sex parties. I was rolling. Everybody was high as a kite. I hadn't did it in like a year and a half. Once it was with my wife. The other time we was at the secret underground railroad underneath the Wall Street Bank, is what he said. How exclusive is that party? Huh? While everybody else was on lockdown, y'all was out having sexapades, fam. Underneath banks and probably museums, and what else goes on underground underneath these institutions? Huh? So you think they just stopped? Huh? You think we just quit cold turkey? What did we learn here today, boys and girls? What did we learn? What did we learn? There's another set of rules. And they try to hoodwink us and distract us and have us brainwashed to drag our own through the mud, all while they're doing the same thing. And they ain't tripping. He said, I ain't tripping. I did it on your dime. It was 4 years ago. Get over it. We bringing up stuff 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and we ain't tripping. We bringing it up, and we just ride with him. He guilty. The white man said he guilty. He guilty. That's it. He guilty. The white. Did you not hear me? The male mafia godfather himself has spoke. He spoke now. Shut your mouth now. Don't you talk back now. You be a good little niggly. And when we say one of y'all is guilty, it's guilty and it's final now. We don't care now. There's no evidence, nothing. We don't care. We'll make them look weird too. We'll have you ostracized and we'll call them gay. You know that's how we do. We'll call them gay now. Got some dildos? Now, why can't I be Diddy with the freak off and I got 5 of them whoopty and I can't all of them at the same? So while I'm over here doing the y'all over there go ahead and keep it warm and crispy for your boy. Huh? That don't make more sense? I'm not even caping for fam. I'm saying an elected official doing the same thing as Diddy is more alarming. That's what I'm saying. Don't fall for the okie doke, fam. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do around this time. Subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike, comment your vomit, and share if you care, if you dare. To get Black empowerment everywhere, you can catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Apple Music, and Facebook. Come and take a look. You might get hooked. Don't be shook by the fake Keep It P podcast that is out here. Don't get shook now. There's only one, and we are that original one bringing you that 24/7, 365 Black empowerment. But I ain't gonna hold you. This is Big Brother Light Bright Supreme Almighty. Love, peace, blessings, and Maloha. I gotta go out for show. You already know how.